Start the engine. Woo! Check out this limousine. Volkswagen Mini. Bye. Horn, horn, horn. Air horn. Let's catch up with the group. Bit dark here, but bear with me. Okay, we're gonna keep walking. Gonna be there soon. Okay, let me on the light. Alright, alright. Where's the guys? Woohoo!
1950, very historic car in Singapore. Came here from New. It was owned by Cycle and Carriage originally. 1955, it held the land speed record from Penang to St. Lucia. Driven by a 23-year-old lady, Joy McNaughton. Held the record for, I'm not sure when the car was broken at the time. Held the land speed record. It was around until about 1980, and then got hidden away in somebody's garage, and was stored there for 30 or 35 years, and then pulled out, deteriorated quite badly, and then brought to us. Well, originally, the owner only brought us one part. There's a firewall part that goes over the gearbox. We just brought that part of the power coating. Then we got to know us, got to see what we were doing, and in the end decided to bring the whole car here. And now our project at the moment is to fully dismantle it. This was all assembled 2 weeks ago. It was all assembled, the big car, except for the engine. So we since fully dismantled it, and now the next project is to get all the rust and corrosion out of the chassis, out of all the parts, and then treat them with anti-rust paint. The body is aluminium. This is the when Jaguar first started making these cars, they made a few handmade ones out of aluminium before they went into production. This is the last hand-built aluminium one. So it's very rare, it's got a great story behind it. So the next phase for us is to fully dry ice blast everything, remove whatever oil and build up loose corrosion is on the surface, then we'll evaluate it and see what the owner wants to do next. The aluminium body parts will all be blasted with plastic media to strip the paint, but without damaging the aluminium below.
Oh man, so much work.
Yeah, correct. The plastic media is basically sand made out of plastic. So when it's hard enough to rip off the paint, but it's not hard enough to damage the metal below the paint. So instead of etching the metal, it literally removes the paint and then leaves the metal as it was.
What other methods are there besides this?
You could use acid, you could use hand sanding, you could use power tools. There are many, many methods. The most efficient one always comes back to some kind of blasting. Because blasting you can get into every corner, every area, every little, all the hidden areas you can get into.
Right.
And if you try and do it with a wire brush or a power tool or something, you just can't get in there. Blasting can reach 100%. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, thanks, fine.
Yeah. Hey, come on.
Oh, yes, thanks you. Yeah, my card.
Okay, next on the list. Very famous. R22. All-wheel drive. Owned by our mechanical partners, GTR. Very famous car in Singapore. Above that is the below it is the RX7 FC. The famous one, owned by GTR. This is it for full restoration. Project we're just about to start. It's actually, aside from its appearance, it's actually in very good condition. So it looks very bad. It looks a lot worse than it really is. So there's still some more parts to come. The interior needs to be done. Needs to be painted on. But mechanically wise, it's okay. So this one we're restoring, and then it's going to be the same. Hey, this is Jaguar XK120. We also do body works and accident repairs. So this is just a regular car that we do accident repair. Sorry, third party claim. Okay, this AutoWorldCare 1600 Junior GT. Both in the back division. Hit the left side, the whole thing's bent out of shape. A lot of damage inside under the hood. So we've started cutting out the wings, some of the undercarriage. We've got new parts on order. We have to straighten the chassis. That's what all these, the racks on the floor for, to straighten it up. Building
Yeah, keep on the left side.
So we have to straighten it out.
A lot of work, man. Is it? Is it?
A couple of months ago, this car drove in. The body's over there.
I think.
Okay, the body's behind. We fully dismantled
Our
it.
friend's car.
Oh, really?
Took
Yeah.
out all the suspension,
Oh, yeah.
took out the floor pan, everything. This was sandblasted and then powder coated. Some of the chassis parts were powder coated. Some of them we just blasted them, sent them out for zinc coating.
The wheels very short.
So the key with zinc coating is if you start with a nice clean surface with all the crap removed from it, the zinc plating comes out a lot nicer than just sending it to them without blasting it first. So we blast it all up, send it out, and it comes back looking like brand new. So we've just been
Volkswagen
reassembling everything. The body has only got the undercoat on it. Next is to put the top coat, and then we'll get it all reassembled. Got new wings for it.
And got icon. He got icon.
The same brass.
So this one was literally a ground up restoration project.
Let's check out the body, man.
Hey, they got the same shifter as you.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
got
yeah.
the same shifter as you.
Hey, that's my shifter,
That's the
man.
same shifter. Hey, it looks like yours. This one is it?
Yeah, it's my
Safari,
model.
Safari.
The only problem we have with it, this is new.
No, it's just an
This
additional
front
shock.
chassis is new. When it came in, it was left-hand drive. But this is right-hand drive. So we've had to modify this, the brackets and that, we had to cut off and reset it all over on the right. That's why later on we have to strip it down again and blast and paint up all these bits. Well, we've had to cut it apart. No, it's a right-hand drive car. But this car came, they ordered the wrong car. They're supposed to order right-hand drive. Mistakenly ordered right-hand drive.
Would it be easier if just ship it back?
Yeah, I guess the owner like weighed up and threw it on cars. They just modified it, get it done.
No, because the wheels are different also. This
This brake is
is
yours is
like
not this brake, right? No.
16 inch. It's not.
Mine's a drum brake. This is
Yeah.
a disc brake.
Yeah,
This is
the
disc
rear
brake.
side also this brake only.
Yeah, I modified the disc brake.
Even the shocks is also changed. This is not the original shocks.
Yeah.
Okay, this Volvo Amazon, this is in for a full
Check out the body. This is the body.
Our next project on the list is this one. Full dismantle, take out everything. The whole interior, the engine, the gearbox, the running gear.
This is the body of the Volkswagen THING. The one that I'm driving.
Plastic media, paint strip, the bare shell.
Sandblast down
Build the whole thing
to bare metal.
with new parts, refurbished parts.
Wow. So cool. This car reminds me of Ghostbuster.
This one you need to work out how you can bottle it and sell it as aftershave.
Yes, period correct. Yeah, period correct smell.
Okay, the next one, the Rolls-Royce Corniche. This just came in from the UK. We have to do a lot of work on the
Convert this into a wagon.
Yeah. You got a hard top.
Wagon.
owned by somebody called Sean Bean in the UK, who was an actor in Lord of the Rings movies.
Oh,
He was the previous owner of it.
Lord of the Ring owner.
Unfortunately, the power steering was leaking, so all the oil fell out of the power steering. So I'm going to remove the power steering and send it off for repairs. New seals in it.
You spray water.
So next up, this one, these two. Yes. How you doing? How you doing?
This is a Volkswagen hardtop.
Very sad that every time you see those conditions, like especially the leather.
Somebody can do for you also. Because they use the humidity. Also one always use because Avitex confirm.
There.
Sometimes they use better.
All the painting by us. Cleaned it up, some of it cleaned up inside. Oh, okay, there was something wrong with the hydraulic. Interesting car, right?
This is a manual, not auto.
Manual. Yeah. But we haven't opened it.
What's your role? Are you
My trade, I'm a welder and a painter. That's a painting inspector. My trade. Yeah. I'm not a mechanic. I mean, I know how to put the names of the car, but I'm not a trained mechanic.
In 39 masking tape.
the mark, jet mark to the quite
Oh, okay.
This is a exclusive car workshop tour, man, for the restoration. Sit down. Yeah.
Mr. Bean car.
Mr. Bin.
The paint job is actually green color, very subtle green.
Yeah.
It's just like Darren's car is very subtle blue. You can't really see it until you shine light.
My Mini.
Shuriken. Fancy an MD2?
Okay, this Mini Cooper is being restored by somebody else, but we're doing the painting. So this is our Goodwood Racing Green. I wanted some metallic paint in it. We've added the metallic paint. Originally we were going to use decal on the roof, but ended up spray painting the roof instead of using decal. So all this is just passed up and then spray painted. So the whole paintwork was done by us. Or this one, Honda Civic. This one we fully paint stripped. It came in painted. We've done plastic media blasting to get every bit of paint off of it.
This is the real wedding car. Yes. Wow. Wow. I'm so glad you came here today. So it's going to be sprayed with the rally colors?
Yeah, decided, yeah. I guess so.
With the taxi sign.
No taxi sign, that's the roof.
Other countries, they use taxi one. Hey, no, this way, you need tissue, just take like that. Good idea.
Okay, let's continue. Last car on the list.
If you can find people to queue that.
MD2R.
It's the Honda Civic FD, white body. Okay, this one we're fitting the body kit. More interesting things here.
Let's go.
Cocktails. Pina coladas.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
Various types of gins.
Well, the restoration process, as you know, there's many different processes and coating, blasting and coating processes that we have to go through. This is where we do all the blasting and coating, except for the spray painting of the car. This is where we do the rest of the coating work. So this room that I'm standing in now is our called plastic media blasting room. So we've got two ways to get cars in here. If the car comes in just as a steel shell, we use this trolley to push the car in and out. If the car comes in wheels, we've got a set of ramps that sit here and we push the cars in or drive them in sometimes. So this room is for paint stripping. So we use plastic sand. Basically we're sandblasting, but we're using plastic sand to remove the paint from the steel. And the reason we use plastic sand is the plastic doesn't damage the metal below the paint. So the plastic is hard enough to rip off the paint, but it's not hard enough to etch or warp the steel below. So we can remove the paint, and what you're left with is the steel as it was just prior to it being painted 30 or 40 years ago. So you can have a wander in this mini clubman we're doing. We've just blasted half of it, so you can see half of it's still got the paint on it, the other half we've already blasted off. So have a wander through, take a look. What we do, the machine automatically recycles the abrasive. As we're blasting, the abrasive and the paint is being sucked out through, gets recycled, the dust gets separated from the good abrasive, and the good abrasive is reused and reused until finally it breaks down into dust, and then we dispose of it. We have magnetic separators to keep any metal parts out of the abrasive, so it doesn't get the car doesn't get blasted by any steel particles.
I drive my car, come in. Volunteer.
Oh, then he is done. Once they do this, these are all like so my car was also set up. Not too much, but the very funny thing is that the sunroof. They covered the sunroof. Then when they step out the shit, it has a sunroof.
You want to be in the video? Take for you.
Huh?
Take for you.
It's okay.
Oh, I take for you. 我现在。可以。
Huh?
Yeah, I hold the camera for you.
ideal.
Prefer the tough coat.
Correct. So
Single coat.
yeah. So today for this one already dry ice 2 days ago. Today and yesterday we did some of the welding work.
No wonder so fresh.
And then this is the white one is sounded
Also no sign of
The jacks and the blue is the cage. You know, just to change the brake pads, the cage is here.
Oh, wait.
Your caliper is here.
Your XJS is inboard, right?
Inboard.
How you change your brake pad?
And we want to inspect an undercarriage, see how rusty it is, what bad condition. Generally, the first thing we do is dry ice blast it. Dry ice is just a cleaning process, doesn't affect anything below the dirt that you're removing. So we use dry ice, the ice instantly evaporates into a gas, so there's no residue, there's no waste. This car, okay, all of this in this bag was stuck underneath. This is all the dirt that came, all the paint and the grime that came off the undercarriage of this car. So there's about 10 kilos of crap come off.
How much is it worth now?
I think for the owner a lot of money. Sentimental value.
So media blasting, pellet blasting. That one.
So you did minus for this unless you bare metal,
Unless you literally strip like the strip the outside.
Oh my god, it's so much work.
But you will never see a undercarriage. That's why I said
We have it, we can, no problem.
The pure engineering, man.
once it's a nice big body.
When they change that, it's got the blue left on there.
the two spring is like that only. My XJS, the wheelbase is like that only.
I'm sure you know. It's all notorious. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, one of the processes we specialise in is powder coating. So after we've stripped the paint off of items, instead of just normal liquid paint, we often powder coat items. These particular rims you see hanging up, they were fully painted. These are Porsche rims. They were fully stripped, the original paint, and then we etched the surface. And now we've applied a powder coat primer. So we put this on before we put the final coat. So the final coat is a nice smooth surface. Powder coat can come in many colours. This is just a small portion of the thousands of colours available. So it's very tough. When resistant, it lasts a lot longer than liquid coating because it's literally melting off the surface. The process is, this gun sprays powder. It looks like flour basically. It's very fine powder comes out the gun. The powder is electrically charged, positively charged. The part is negatively earthed, so opposites attract. So the powder is attracted to the negative charge and it sticks to the surface. Once the part is coated with the powder sticking to the surface, we move it to the oven. We bake it in the oven for 15 or 20 minutes at 200 degrees. The powder melts and forms the film of paint on the surface. So it bonds very tightly onto the surface of the part. No, burns off. Yeah. Exhaust headers, we use, this is a sample, we use ceramic coating. Ceramic coating is a liquid coating made out of a lot of ceramic inside it. It can withstand heat like 1,000 degrees. This cannot, powder coat will be gone. First time the engine gets hot, the powder coat will burn off. Yeah. But it's a very tough coating. It's good for it's like different horses for different courses. For things like this, like the bicycle frame, the rims, for many of the components on the undercarriage that are not going to get hot, it's the perfect coating. And anything that gets hot, you need to use a ceramic coating.
It's still amazing.
It's a lot of color.
Okay, two more processes we do here. This is called ceramic coating. So this is a special coating that is used on parts that get very hot. So this can withstand like 1,000 degrees temperature. So typically used on exhaust headers, on exhaust heights. Sometimes we do brake calipers with it. So it's a liquid coating. There are two versions. It's a very thin film coating. We apply it. One version we have to leave it for 5 days to fully cure. The other version is we can cure it in the oven. 2 hours in the oven and it will cure. So this is very tough coating. Only comes in matte finishes. You can't get glossy or anything like that. You can't put clear coats over it. But it's very good for headers, anything that gets very hot. The other process we do is vapor blasting. So this part is not painted or got any coating on it. This has only been blasted. So this is using very fine glass beads blasted in a cabinet with water, and we can achieve this kind of finish, this high polished finish on the parts. Now for car restorations, often you don't want as shiny as this because it doesn't look original. You want more of a greyish, dull finish, which we can do. We just don't process it for so long or at such a high pressure. And we can achieve whatever finish we want.
If there's a hole in the metal,
Yeah. Yeah, weld it. Yeah. Then bind it off. Oh yeah. That's good. It has to be done.
We have a job. What about the inside?
Whatever you can reach. Sometimes we can get into some of it. Basically, you've got a gun.
Let them see what just open. Don't be also open, also open.
Generally, you only do it inside just to clean out the carbon. No one cares what it looks like inside, right? They care about the outside. This is a sample of the ceramic coating. Okay, this is a BMW motorcycle exhaust. So one side was treated, blasted, and then ceramic coated. The other side just left raw. So we do a lot of these, a lot of motorcycle exhausts use this powder coating. Ceramic coating. One more sample of vapor blasting. This was actually polished first. Manually polished, and then we vapor blast it to reduce the shine. Instead of looking like a mirror, we create this very nice satin finish rather than a highly polished mirror finish. So you get the really clean, brand new looking part with a nice subtle satin finish.
Do you do
No. You want the part like that. Yeah, last bit, things like this, that was covered in black carbon and yeah.
Yeah. The other thing we do on pistons is this ceramic coating.
Oh.
This is two versions of ceramic coating. The top one is the heat resistant one. So this is to stop the heat transfer from the top of the head through the piston down into the engine. So all the heat stays at the top. And then this coating on the side is something like a Teflon. Ceramic is like a Teflon, so it makes it slide easier. So it retains the oil and the piston will slide, less friction. So this can add, generally we do this for guys that are racing, right? And this can improve the performance. I mean, if we can improve performance by 1 or 2%, that's a big step for them, right? So that's why a lot of the racing guys use this kind of thing, just to get another 1 or 2% performance out there. Okay, just one more thing I need to highlight about plastic media blasting. This part was blasted about 3 years ago. You'll see the original zinc coating is still intact on the steel. If you do traditional sandblasting, that zinc coating, electroplated zinc coating, gets blasted off. Within a day, the steel will be rusty. So if you sandblast your car, 2 days later it's going to be brown with rust because you've removed the zinc coating which is protecting the steel from the surface. When we blast with plastic media, we don't touch. This was done about 3 years ago, and we haven't put any coating on here. So that's the original zinc coating that the car was made from, undamaged. So now we can repaint it. It's still got the zinc protection. Only exception you get is when you get a very old car that's had a lot of an accident, you sand it down, and during the sanding they remove it. Then when you plastic media whereas normal sandblasting, you still all steel. All steel. Then we do this kind of candy coating. This kind of candy. Different level, same coating, just different levels. Well, here's an interesting one, just as a byproduct. Sometimes we'll see concrete that looks like wood. This is how we do it. We sandblast the wood first. Then they use this as the casting of the casing. When they pour the concrete, they use this as the wood. Then when they take this out, you get a reverse of this on the concrete. When you see concrete that looks like wood, that's how we do it. So there's two types of wood you can use: pine wood, or this is pine. The other one is colonial wood. They've got very nice grains and you can get very deep. It's not all wood. You can't use all wood. So when they next time you see it in the parks or whatever, you often see like walkways. Sometimes
Anyway, normally whatever wanted to show what the capability we can do, right? So of course we cannot entertain every single one of you tonight. Introduction to me, right? So whenever you want to have your concern addressed, please give us a call, come over, and explain a lot more detail. I'm so sorry about it for tonight. You understand? We shall move back to the research area for the lucky draw.
Thank Thank you for joining the tour. Hope you enjoy. And yeah, like and share. We're gonna end the live.
The one we told you.
We went to see his car, he said was quoted by you guys. Yeah,